教えてよ教えてよその仕組みを僕の中に誰かいるの壊れた壊れたらこの
Hello Panda Army and welcome back. I look cute. So as you may have read from the title below, I really hope I'm in focus. I'm going to be telling weird encounters with customers that I had at my old job. I wrote some of them down today here because I get video ideas and then I forget them. But okay, I think I'm going to start from oldest to newest. And keep in mind, when I worked with this company, location, whatever, I worked at two separate I worked at two separate locations, and I have story times from both. I think this is the oldest one, and yeah, I think this is the oldest one. But one time it was like, we gotta shower now. One time it was like the end of the night-ish. It was like 7, 8 o'clock. I was on the registers with my manager, and we were kind of packed. It was like a lot of people, and in line was my manager had a long line, I had a long line, and out of nowhere stuff went bad. There was this lady in my manager's line, and my manager was staring off, and the lady just goes, "What are you looking at?" My manager's like, "Not you." What? And the lady's like, "This is America, like I'm allowed to do what I want. Da, 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 da. Why are you looking at me?" And my manager's still like, "I'm not looking at you, I'm just staring off." And so this lady is like now full on screaming at my manager. She's up to the counter just going off at her that this is America and she can do whatever she wants and to stop staring at her and yada yada yada. And then the lady says something and she reaches over the counter and she tries to hit my manager. Hold up. My pregnant manager. Sorry. She like reached over, and instead of hitting my manager, because we all kind of just like pulled her back, she hit like one of the displays, and she like cracked one of the cups that was on display instead. That she tried to hit my pregnant manager for looking with her eyes at not her. Wild. Okay, this is a funny one. One time a lady came in and she handed me a gift card for our establishment. So she's like, "Tell me how much is on it." So I swipe it, whatever, the thing comes out, and I'm like, "There's nothing on here. It's never been activated." So she's like, "Okay, throw it away." So she starts like talking to me about items and stuff that she wants to order and yada 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 yada. And in the corner of my eye, I see her son just slowly like inching away, and he goes near our gift cards and he takes one, and I'm like, it's empty. So okay. So the kid has the gift card, and she's just ordering and ordering, and her total comes up to $82 and something cents. Tell me how this lady tries to pay her bill with the card, the empty gift card that her son just took from the display. So she hands me the card, and I'm like, "You know this is empty too?" And she goes, "Oh, okay." And she just pulls out money and pays for it. I'm like, "Do you not know how gift cards work?" Like, alright girl, you do you. Okay, so one night we were also very particularly busy. I was closing with a coworker that night, and we had a group of people come in, and everybody like could immediately see that they were drugged up AF. Like, they were gone, just done. And whatever, while they were there, they didn't cause any problems. And then fast forward, we're closing. It's like coming to the end of a shift. We're almost done closing. I send the person who's helping me home, and as the person's leaving, one of the dudes from the group that had came in drugged up was waiting outside. So as soon as that employee opened the door, he grabbed him, pushed him outside, and fought his way in. So he made it in. I'm sitting in one of the booths. I clocked out by this time. I'm sitting in the booths. I'm waiting for somebody, and I see somebody at the door, and he's like there, drugged up. He's looking at me. He's like, "Can I order a pizza?" I was like, "No, it's at like 11:30 p.m. No, you can't order a pizza." He's like, "Why not? Can I at least have some napkins?" And by that time, my manager had like gotten up, and he was all like, "Leave, like go. You can't be in here. You gotta go, like leave." And he was like, "Man, you guys, bruh," like, and I was like, "Okay, all right, I guess." This next story is actually one of my favorite ones. Okay, so in my particular kids entertainment establishment, there's like arcade games and stuff, and when you win tickets for prizes, we have like a machine that counts them for you, unlike another competitor that weighs them. Wink. So anyways, a guy comes up to me and he gives me like this wad of tickets, and he's like, "Weigh these." And I'm like, "No." I'm like, "Sir," I directed him to the machine that counts, and I'm like, "Sir, you have to go take those over there. It's gonna give you a receipt. You just gotta put them in." We sold cotton candy, right? And we kept our cotton candy in like these metal baskets, and we went out pretty quickly, so we would just have these metal baskets sitting on the counters where the prizes were. Tell me how this man walks away from the counter, looks around, turns back around, and proceeds to put his tickets into the empty metal basket. Waits a second, like, he's like, "Wait, it's calculating the weight." He waits a second, and he looks up and he goes, "It's broken. It's a basket. Told you gotta go count them over there. This is just a regular empty basket, sir. This is not a weigh. It's not a scale." What? And then he was just wild. He was just wild. And then the very last one happened at the different location, and this has to be the dumbest thing ever. The dumbest thing ever. So this guy, he came in drunk as hell, super rude, whatever. I played him off. I was like, whatever. And he was high. So towards the end of the night, like about maybe 30 minutes before we were closing, he comes up to me. He's like, "Can I get a favor?" And I'm like, "Depends on what it is." And he's like, "Can you charge this for me?" And in the palm of his hands is a jewel. A jewel. I'm like, "No, sir, you shouldn't be having that in there. I can't touch that. I'm not allowed to handle that. No one in the staff is." And he just goes, "Okay, I'll just ask somebody else until they do it for me." And I was like, "Yeah, okay, you do that." So I go back and I tell the manager, I'm like, "This dude's trying to get somebody to charge his jewel for him." And the manager's like, "Jewel?" I'm like, "Yeah, jewel, like jewel." So this man was in the building. I'm not a minor, but this man was in the building asking all minors, like 16, 17-year-olds, to charge his jewel for him. My manager went out there and he was like, dude, leave. Leave before I call the cops. Just bon voyage. Yeah. And he was all like, that's so unfair, and do-do-do-do-do. And I'm like, cool. But anyways, yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed. Comment down below, make sure to like, subscribe, and let me know if you want any more of these story times, because I actually like thinking back to all the traumatic things that have happened to me and then telling you. Okay, bye guys.